Morgan Byers, coach. Morgan Byers entered Purdue University at the age of 16 and graduated with a BS in mathematics and MS degrees in kinesiology and later in mathematics from Notre Dame. While at Purdue in 1945, Morgan achieved NCAA All-American status in distance freestyle and placed third in the 1500 freestyle at the NCAA championships. Morgan began his career at Whitefish Bay in 1951 as head swim coach and math teacher. He was the head coach until 1970, after which he was the assistant coach until 1986. Morgan retired from teaching at Whitefish Bay in 1987. He coached state championship teams in 1953, 54, and 57, and runner-up state teams in 55, 56, and 60. His teams also won 4 conference championships and 6 sectional championships. Morgan was inducted into the National Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 1987 for decades of service on organization committees. Other notable achievements include forming the Whitefish Bay Swim Club in 1951, being instrumental in the development of girls' high school swimming, and publishing the first top 10 weekly statewide swim performance rankings. Morgan swam competitively for over 6 decades and won numerous National Masters Division titles, including winning his H Division in the 100-meter IM at the U.S. Masters Swim Nationals in 2009 at the age of 82. Morgan is here. Morgan, you want to give us a wave? You can stand. Speaking on Morgan's behalf will be his son, Jay.
Well, hopefully I'll keep my emotions in check as well as Bob Albrightson did, because this is an emotional subject. First, I'd like to read a little letter from Tom Dewing, who replaced my father as head coach after my father stepped down to be the assistant. So this note from Tom: Morgan, congratulations. I'm sorry I'm not able to be with you on this very special day. As a Whitefish Bay Hall of Fame inductee, you represent the beginning of a very respected swimming program. Your commitment to academic and athletic excellence is well documented. When I took over the head swimming coach position in 1969, you became my assistant swimming coach. At the time, your son was a distance swimmer for Nicolay High School. Thanks for having me into your house. It sure had to be tough to root for Jay and hope for Whitefish Bay to win the meet. Your loyalty and friendship will always be remembered. Enjoy this moment, my friend. Tom Dewey. And thanks to John Gustafson for reading that extensive list of achievements. Morgan's been involved with swimming for quite a long time, both as an athlete, a coach, and a teacher of swimming. In fact, a few years ago I ran into a colleague that I work with down in West Africa. We chatted a while and I found out he was from Whitefish Bay. And he said, when he found out my father was Morgan Byers, he said, your father taught my mother to swim. So around the world, people have heard of you. So now that we've got the background from Tom Dewing and a little list of some of the accomplishments, I won't belabor those, but I'll tell you a little story, much as I know it. Back in 1950, my father had a conversation with Dick, or Pappy Pappenguth, down at Purdue. One of his fellow swimmers, actually, Dick Steinmetz, is here in the audience from back in the 40s in the back row. And Morgan was offered an opportunity to teach mathematics and coach swimming, a rare opportunity. And of course he snapped it up, because back in those days, a job opportunity was a pretty big deal. So he packed his bags, and with his newlywed wife, Mary Byers, Mom, if you could raise your hand. They packed up their old Chevy, drove up to Milwaukee, got in on a Sunday night in a bog. Maybe not sure exactly where they were going, but they had instructions of where to come. And started teaching. And Whitefish Bay opened its arms, offered my father the opportunity. That's amazing. That's a big deal. This is a great school. Every month I travel to several continents and I work with a lot of young scientists and engineers looking at their work, and we talk about education. And no matter where I go, I become more and more convinced that schools like Whitefish Bay are very rare and very special. I thank the community for building this culture. Thank you. And thanks for keeping it that way over many decades. Now, so after Morgan got here, coaching probably on the order of maybe 500 swim meets, both in the winter boys season and sometimes helping with the girls getting that off the ground. And then starting the Whitefish Bay Swim Club with my mother, a lot of those early years, doing it because they loved it. And when I was a little kid sitting underneath the bleachers with my sisters drawing in coloring books, seeing all those swim meets, my mom always there, it's a special thing. So I appreciate the fact that my parents worked together on that. Perhaps lastly, I would like to thank my father as being a great mentor. I think my parents brought me up right. They both coached me to a national championship in track and field and gave me a lot of opportunity. So Dad, if you would, please stand. I'd like to shake your hand.